Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down coming up. To the air. It's Sayin. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Smashes ahead. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And from a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Got a man. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. The sure hands, it's Branch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Third down play from the gun. The sure hands, it's Branch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They just keep firing. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. So you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Going to swing it on second down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
So here they come going for it on fourth and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped and all. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It's complete on the right side. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move, it's Peoples. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Handoff to the single back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker is Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that. Plenty
of work to do here on 2nd and long. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the
it's a seam wide open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They're going to run it. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Tate. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. And after the really good gain on first down, trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running into the open space. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Line gets set, first down. To the air, it's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes to grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll run it from the gun. Running to Green. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Buys a little time. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got it set up on the outside. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a play that defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Wide receiver going in motion. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Tate. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Donaldson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Back to the ground with the running back. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Under fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play.
It's been that kind of game, right? It's been a defensive struggle. So offensively, they've got a lot to work on. But for this quarterback who's had some ups and downs in this one, you take the knee, you take the win, and you get better next week.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He wants a big play here late. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Just what the doctor ordered, to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Sayin. They'll run the screen. Got room to work. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Looking for space. It's Peoples. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just feeds the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Offense working from the pistol. Going to the ground. Wide open spaces. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Running behind that left side. Purdy on the Jets. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the air. It's Manning. Floats it out in space. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the fourth down, throws that fist up in the air.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Longhorns Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the wideout. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quickly complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that 3rd down. They're
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to run it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To throw, it's Manning. Caught over the middle, it's Washington. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. They'll leave it with it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because
he's loose. There he goes. At the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole.
awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll try the right side. Find some fresh air. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Finding an escape route. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. The screen, he can go. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it. 1st down and more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Trying to punch it in. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Surging forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Fair catch called for and made. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Tate. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They even things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Manning. He's got him this time. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll test the right side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Run in the red zone, it's Gibson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Last chance coming up. Unloads it left. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
Martin will throw it. Rush is on him. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
With the catch, it's Webb. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all of the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Terrapins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Martin back to pass. The screen, and watch out. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
This offense wants to establish it, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. It's a running room. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you
got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss running.
Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Martin will throw it. They're working that left side. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eye.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets open down the middle. Oh, a lot of space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Dances away. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Martin back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because
fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Oh, better look out. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He might have been looking just to set up his offense, but he put a touchdown on the board with that 92-yard return. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Martin will throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ray.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Leaves it with the back. The Terrapins brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Looking for room at the 30. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Might be changing the route. Dropping back. It's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the Terrapins will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Right back to the well. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
That's caught. It's Tate. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Martin back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Makes the grab. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Power football with the run. Runs for the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Got his man quickly. It's a seam wide open. They first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Tate. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Martin will throw it. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick and fast and in a hurry.
Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
The play action fake. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio
offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Martin back to pass. Bears the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The sudden change on the turnover, and Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
They'll move the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the big fullback. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Wide receiver going in motion. Martin will throw it. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, and the final drive of the game comes up empty. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got a wide open receiver. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Let's it fly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Paulin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the ground with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Using his feet to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in third and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but, man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Love. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense... That stop on fourth down in their opponent territory. The offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Get set, get set.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
Ready, set. Cricket.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Looking left. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. He'll be stopped at the 17. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive.
Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the... Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Is incomplete. It's second down.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's up. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Gets it out fast. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Burks. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter.
Ohio State 7, Oklahoma 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. He'll pull it on the read. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And what a nice play. It's a great option. They run it to perfection. Quarterback keeps the football running down the field, going to make a play. And the defense continues to hustle, continues to fight, forces the fumble. Never give up on a play. That's why you never give up on a play right there.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll get rid of it. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. Forced out of the pocket. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Sooners have a chance to make their defenses work productive as they come to the line. Looking for a gap. It's locked. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now on first down from the 43. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback will keep it. The ball squirts free. Once that ball was loose...